Hey, hello everybody, it's Mikefield here. We're doing a cast of Selentia versus PnK. And this is our second game of the series of esport commentary on Darkest Dungeon. We're going with a two very strange compositions here. We have those are two veteran players, so they probably are trying to refine their playstyle still. Okay, we have the Flagellant, the Jester, the Bounty Hunter, and the Antiquarians. It's quite similar to what we actually saw before in the game by Sis, right? On the other side of the arena, we have the Abomination, a Crusader, an Arbalest, and a Bounty Hunter. And this is a composition that I know very well myself. Yeah, it's a bit shaky, I know. That sometimes lags. That's fine though. I think we're gonna be okay here. So we have the Crusader here. Going forward, actually, this is a stand composition here, which relies on Mark to do damage to execute the opponents, right? So here, on the other side of Selentia, we have a dodge composition mostly. I feel we have like a lot of damage over time. I think with Blight. I don't know how the Bounty Hunter actually plays into this as well. It might be quite funky to see how this goes. We have Hemlock on the Jester. So it's gonna be damage over time coming through the Harvest. So this stacks Bleed and Blight with the Hemlock. Obviously, Crusader has very high bleed resistance. 70% is quite a high value. So it's gonna be quite troubling for Selentia. It might be difficult for Selentia to actually get anything done here against the Crusader. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how this plays out. It's a bit shaky. The screen is a bit shaky. I don't know if I can prevent this anyhow or not. I think this is just the streaming quality that's kind of low-ish. Nothing we can do here about this. So that's just how it's gonna be here. Okay, we get a pool here. Come Hither is dropped on the Antiquarian. Mark goes down. She might get crit and die, right? That's something that this composition does very well. It snipes people down very quickly. And the thing about Selentia is she takes a crit. See, so that's the problem here. You have no healing that's direct. You have no direct healing, you have no direct sustain. So basically here, you can just take cover and hope the Caltrops don't finish you off. Because I think PnK has the Caltrops on his Bounty Hunter, and he can still target this down. Other than that, there's like very little he can do with the Antiquarian here. He is probably just in a lot of trouble. I feel he might be in a lot of trouble. So Selentia here hopes that he doesn't have the Caltrops. However, as you can see, the Bounty Hunter is actually on 0 HP already. So he drops the Caltrops, might be the kill, 50-50 here. It's not a kill, and the worst part is that he can get executed by the Jester right now, or even by the Bounty Hunter himself. See, this is actually very good for Selentia. This is a guaranteed death blow here, and we still have the finale on the Jester. It's like high threat composition that he's using here. And the Flagellant is kind of keeping everybody alive if, you know, HP bars go low. But he's basically untouched here, so he's just basically dishing out decent amounts of damage and, you know, standing in the front line. So the stand may go through on the Jester now again. I would say that's quite likely. You could wait though, because you have no, like, if you're fighting against this, you probably want to have the stun resistance on the Jester low for the turn where he can get a kill, right? That's a thing. Let's see what the next step for Selentia is in this particular case, guys, because Selentia is in quite a I guess he's in quite an advantageous position overall, because he has like 0 executes to worry about right now. The sniper shot is the only thing that can actually kill him. He goes for a risky play. I would definitely just play safe here, because he has nothing to, like, he has everything to lose. It's like this is his game to lose right now, so I would definitely play safe here. I would definitely try to heal the Antiquarian with everything I've got, especially that you can't drop the regen and just get healing instantaneously. So probably try to use the healing here for sure. It's quite strange that he didn't. We have the Abomination transforming. Obviously he can push out the Flagellant to the 3rd or to the 4th position, to the 3rd in this case. And this will mean that... okay, he can also push out the Jester, who resists the movement. Oh no, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. No. This won't kill. This won't kill you. So he has to harvest again, or he has to use the direct stab. But the fact that this didn't actually push out the Jester is so annoying. Obviously, there's low chance to take the bleeding by the Crusader. He resists again. You have to remember about this, guys. If you're playing against Crusaders, bleed doesn't do much. If you're playing against Abominations, blight doesn't do much, right? So that's something you just have to kind of think about. Oh, it wasn't slam. Thank you, Nick. So someone told me this wasn't slam. This was just a rage, right? So this wasn't this wasn't designated to push out the Jester out, to push the Jester out of that. Okay, another dodge, 40 dodge, and he takes another dodge here. It's quite a problem here then, because for PnK, because he's not achieving anything with his composition, and he's gonna slowly be worn down by what Selentia is bringing to the table in this game. So obviously we get Reclaim dropped on the Antiquarian right now. This might not be too late yet. I would definitely focus on the Antiquarian. She's not dead yet. She's like not, you know, she's on death's door, and eventually the Arbalest is just going to be able to go through that mark and just kill her. Might not happen soon enough, right? This might be the thing that, you know, he's just kind of biding his time. He knows exactly what he's doing. I would definitely try to start healing the Antiquarian. Though obviously, if you drop the regen on the Jester before his turn goes, and if you drop another regen with the Antiquarian, this might be very good, because he gets like 9 regenerated HP, and he, you know, keeps healing over time, so it's very good. We had the Slam going through. Resisted? That's quite strange, because he has very little move resistance. Actually, I think luck is in Selentia's favor right now, very, very much. I would say Flashbang is... I would never take Flashbang on Bounty Hunter, by the way. I would always take something else, like a Mark, because then you don't have to use Come Hither to mark someone, right? That's probably what I'm doing here. I think it's never too late for Caltrops either, so I would never be doing this. I know this is a shuffle, but that's high move resist, 50% base. Actually, this was not supposed to be resisted either. Kind of unlucky here. I'm drinking water, guys. I'm drinking water all the time. Don't worry about me. So we have what do we have here happening for us? Crusader is banned for 14 damage. He has to stun the Jester now. He absolutely has to. If he doesn't stun the Jester right now, he's dead. He's done for. And it's a dodge, guys. It's a dodge. This is a 40-60, and he dodges, and it's going to be brutal. Absolutely brutal from now on. I would actually go for a kill here if I were him. Oh, so he just keeps the Antiquarian alive, doesn't he? Okay, so he just goes for a little bit more damage. It doesn't do anything, actually. He should have probably just regened. I would drop the regen at this point. So it's kind of problematic for PnK now. I don't think he has a way out of this situation at all. So Sniper Shot goes through, might kill the Antiquarian, doesn't. And this is so much trouble. This is so much trouble. This is gonna be the finale going through on the Crusader, most likely. 7-13 damage might not be enough. He has a lot of protection, actually. So this much protection means that Finale can't go through yet. I think he needs to wait another turn. And that's an opportunity for the Abomination, the Crusader, to actually control this fight. So basically PnK has one more shot at controlling this Jester, and you know, depending on how well it goes, it might be a GG or not. So it's quite an interesting approach here, really. The Jester is dodging all those attacks, and we might get a GG very soon. I think this is a very, very bad situation for PnK. If he doesn't get the slam right now, he is absolutely screwed, and this can still be something that, you know, Selentia plays around, because he can just move his Bounty Hunter back. He can still get that going. He can obviously just keep you know, redeeming. Okay, he's gonna drop the redeem here on the Jester, I believe. That's okay. No, on the Antiquarian it goes, because the Jester has a lot of regening HP. So here we go. And we are waiting for the next turn, next play by PnK. What does he do from here? Obviously, he cannot longer stun the Jester. That's a problem for him. So the Jester can be moved again back to the front, maybe by the Bounty Hunter even. I would move the Bounty Hunter back and just execute someone, but that's just me, you know. And yeah, let's see what actually comes out of this. Lots of damage goes onto the Jester. However, if he just activates the Jester right now, okay, I see what the problem is now. I know why he isn't doing that, because if he moves the Jester too soon, he's just going to, I'll just activate the Antiquarian now. Actually, I'll just activate the Antiquarian, or just pick it now. So he just goes for a safe-ish play with the Caltrops. Obviously, PnK can no longer target the Jester with anything, so he's safe here. And this healing is going to be absolutely insane from here. So, yeah, I think this should be over, right? Because he was just waiting. He didn't want to move the Jester forward too fast, because then he would get stunned by the Crusader, potentially, and just get, you know, dropped to the 4th row by the Abomination, potentially next turn. So it's actually quite a smart move. You know, waiting for the Crusader's turn. He could have actually picked the Antiquarian there, and then moved the Bounty Hunter back and executed with the Jester. This was also on the card still. But obviously this is still very good for Selentia. He's gonna make progress in this game for sure. He's regenerating shitloads of HP. And he can just, I think he can just keep spamming damage. I would not be there accepts, I would just be dropping Harvest here. Oh, they haven't dropped the Harvest. Okay, the Devil actually goes through, so the Crusader is dead. And this is basically, I think, curtains for PnK. I think he has nothing else to respond. He has no other way of going forward with this composition. This might be actually game over for him. We have the Abomination, who can probably try to push out the Jester. No, he just goes for like the Hail Mary here. He gets the Jester to 0 HP, but now that he gets activated again, he goes back to 2 at least. I think he has like 7 bleeding. No, actually goes to 7. Oh my god, it's like so brutal now. That's he has stacked so much Finale that he might actually be able to one-shot the Arbalest next turn. I would expect this to happen, really. So that's like, you know, the game lasted so long, he hasn't used the Finale yet. Yeah, the Arbalest is down for, unless the Abomination actually gets a lucky push out here, like lucky. It's you know 40-60, so it's actually more than lucky. 200% stacked Finale. Yeah, that's absolutely crazy, guys. So let's see where this takes us. We might be getting the Arbalest shot through going onto the Jester, I guess, because he's just trying to focus this thing down, and then he can just potentially take it down next turn. Okay, we go for the Bounty Hunter here, but Bounty Hunter is regenerating more than he's losing from the bleeding from the caltrops from before. So it's also quite problematic. We get another stack of regeneration. He's like, Selentia is playing it like safe, and he's playing it smart. Like, he's not taking any unnecessary risks. He's just playing forward. He's playing it very, very nicely. So we are going to get a what do we get there? He just chops down the Abomination. Okay, he just chops down the Abomination. And here with the Flagellant, we are going to get the Redemption on the Jester. Jester goes back to very high HP with this. Obviously, healing goes down with every single ability the Flagellant uses, so it could have been more than that, but still very, very decent healing nonetheless. And we'll see how this goes. And PnK just surrenders, guys. PnK just surrenders, and this is game over. Curtain call for our competitor on the left, Selentia, has taken game 1. And that's very, very interesting. Let's see what comes out of this. I'm going to switch to the normal stream now so that you guys have the time to set up for the second game. You can make all the changes you may want. It's gonna be really cool. So, Selentia, you're free to set up game number